Ball, and this was us when the market opened this morning, and we're going to talk about what went right and what went wrong and how you can make money in the stock market. Not financial advice, okay? You're gambling. Don't be a pussy. But yeah, we all thought the market would go right, and SPY went up for an hour or so, and then they dumped it. It ran all day last Friday and the Friday before, but a 10 o'clock or 10:30 dump is pretty, or pullback is pretty common. But I posted my plan on Twitter this morning that I'm going to buy calls for next week and keep the zero DTEs to a minimum. And I gave some recommendations on what I was looking at. CVNA is being shorted, and a brokerage firm gave her a downgrade. So probably the same brokerage firm that's shorting her, in my opinion, but whatever. And this was us waiting for the market to open. I knew Tesla would go to 220 today. It did not. But at 200 is a key psych level. Shout out to Ripster. He teaches psych levels. And then it's also possible Twitter could go to 220 today. And it's also possible that monkeys could fly out of my ass. And the latter is what happened. SPY did not go to 510. The monkeys flew out of my ass. And so anything can happen, and we don't have a crystal ball, right? The market took us for a ride, man. And it does that all the time. And so I encourage you to get in and get out. And I say that all the time, right? Take profits, take profits. Forget about the rocket ship emojis on Twitter. They don't show you the losses. They only show you the 400% gains. Okay. And they're selling you a Discord. Our Discord's free and you don't have to join us. I got a handful of guys in there and I just wanted someone to trade with. And I was tired of the scammers. So I started my own Discord. But you can trade with us if you want to. And you can talk to me for free. We're not selling nothing. But they took us for a roller coaster ride, and you could take advantage of that by selling when you're up 20, 30, 40% and do it over and over and over, and your account will grow. You don't have to hold for the home run every day. But this was us this morning waiting for the market to open, and we all just knew it was going to go, right? And then what did they do? They fucked us, right? hmm They always fuck you at the drive through, right? Joe Pesci. Who ordered tuna fish? I didn't order this. Joe Pesci in Lethal Weapon. And so here's the crash at 2 o'clock or something, right? The 2:15 dump. I was talking to a guy live when this big candle formed, and we like to take the SPY or the QQQ when it goes above or below the 20-day moving average, which is the yellow line. And he was saying it's fitting our setup, and I was talking to him. I didn't get a half a sentence out, and it just took a shit, right? And so we elected both of us to just stay on the sideline because we were green for the day, and we're going to stay green. And it takes a lot of discipline and patience to watch the market run or dump and not trade it. Took me a long time to get here, guys. I used to be a stockbroker 25 years ago with 300 clients. I ran thousands of trades, and I've traded my own account, a couple years now, and got serious about it maybe 9 months or 6 months. Yeah, I guess about 9 months ago. And I made a lot of mistakes, okay? And it takes a lot to get to the point where you could just watch and not trade. It's hard, okay? And waiting is the secret, and waiting is the hardest part. And that's why I started the group I did in our Discord. So I got guys to hang out with and talk to, and we're stronger together. We're also smarter together. And everybody was like, "Row, Shaggy," right at 2:30, and you could jump on the puts when it's flushing and take some good profits, right? But we were already profitable for the day. I had my best day in 2 weeks already, and I cashed out and told everybody that. We'll talk about that in a second, but there were some unsolicited haircuts that went out today for people that were holding, and that's why I say get in and get out, okay? And if you're trading the zero DTEs, the calls that expire today, and the candle doesn't close your way, just get out. Don't hold that thing all day hoping it comes back. Get in and get out and take the losses and try it again tomorrow. That's what I do. All right. So I posted at 12 or 12:30 that I'm not trading again. This is from Twitter. I'm not trading again. I heard them bad and I will not give back this money. Okay. And then I explained why I took this trade because we were looking at these wicks on the candles. When the SPY reverses, you're kind of trying to catch a falling knife. I sold as it went into Ripster's clouds. Shout out to Ripster. And then, of course, we re entered. Some of us did and wrote it up and sold it again. And I did not sell at the high. I never claimed to. I'll take my 50% in 10 or 15 minutes and I'll see you tomorrow. And if it stays above the clouds, then I use a 5 minute chart and the clouds or the 20-day moving average without the clouds. But if it stays above it, you can hold. But on these little retracements, you lose time value. So sometimes I'll hold. I posted a video about that. But I told everybody at 12:30 I was out. I'm out. And I did hit them hard on the coin and the Tesla, but we scalp at the open. We don't hold, okay? I sold it right back to them 2 minutes later. That's right. I was on a 1 minute candle at the open and I sold into the next candle or the second one after that. I was in and out. We bought the dip and then we sold. I scalp the open. I don't hold it open. Okay. Don't blow up your account at the open. Save some cash. And I love it when a plan comes together. And our plan is always the same every day. We like to wait until they show us a trend at 10:30 or 11, and then save some money for 12 or 1 o'clock. In this case, we had cash at 2 o'clock and elected not to use it, even though it was dumping and it was a juicy play to take the puts. I was so profitable today. It was my best day in 2 weeks. I said, "There's no way I'm going to give anybody this money back." I made a $20 or $30 bet and took their money on some spy stuff, and I was just playing around. I did not want to play Russian roulette. Never forget that you're trading against a computer algorithm from the boys in New York, and it's evil. Okay, and they know what they're doing. Get your money and get off. Okay, don't play their game. All right. I don't have a crystal ball, guys. I read candlesticks and I draw lines on charts and I draw zones. I encourage you to draw your own lines and your own zones too. Okay. But it's still witchcraft. We're still throwing bones with the voodoo guy in the alley. And yes, I'm a Danny Glover fan. Ripster said, if you don't have repeatable setups, what are you doing trading? Okay. And he's right. Um, this is what I responded with was, you mean like this, sir? Because I consider him one of my teachers. I want to respond and tell him, but I had already posted this hours before he posted that I had taken the lift. And this is why I took it. It was breaking the 20-day moving average on the 5-minute chart. And this is the yellow line, the 20-day moving average, and we like to get that. And this is a retracement, and it's a little red candle, and it goes close to the 20, but then it gives us a nice big candle. But it was also breaking the high of the day, so it's a classic setup. Shout out to Ripster, he's right. Learn setups. They don't always work, but it's better than just guessing. If this is you, don't follow me. I have a high risk tolerance, guys. What we're doing is very risky trading options. And so try to keep the 0 date to expirations, the ones that expire today, keep those to a minimum. Do not load up on the zero DTEs. We try to mitigate risk and lessen the risk by spreading the money out throughout the day and not blowing up the account at the open. And if you can, buy calls that are good till Friday or puts or whatever. Um, don't always trade the zero DTEs, right? And I was a 19 Delta. I'm a cavalry scout, okay? And so my risk tolerance may be different than yours, but you can join us if you want to. Yes, we share the whole screen. We don't care. And there's my Twitter profile and the link to the Discords there. God bless you guys. You can do this. Don't listen to anybody that tells you you can't. And I told someone, pat yourself on the back. Whoever gave me this, please take credit. I like to give credit to people that give me good picks. I draw the charts, but I got that ticker from some other guy. And there's my plan. Here's my number one pick right now is AMAT, guys, the AMAT. You can get calls cheap for next Friday, okay? And then right here I am thanking everybody by name that has helped me. It's good to give back and show respect to your teachers. Shout out to my followers and the Higby and the Super Moshi, Superior Moji. And they're great guys. And the Chart Master has some banger picks. You go follow him. He has good charts. All right, guys, go get their lunch money. God bless.